Hello, we meet again along the bending road. Remember, no matter where you go in life, two things are for certain. One, you will eventually come to a bend in the road. And two, God will always see you through. If you're watching on YouTube, would you hit that thumbs up button? You can also click the subscribe button so that you will know when I upload my next video. In this way, we work together to encourage each other as we travel life and navigate the bends in our road.
Hi, and welcome back to the Bending Road. I'm glad we're here. I'm a little behind schedule, aren't I? This is the first week in, a year and a half that I didn't have a video come out on Monday. Between some vacation time that we took and our time at annual conference and a CFO event, I just wasn't able to get it done. And I just hoped that that you would understand, and I hope I haven't lost you. I hope you'll watch through this one and help me get back on track. While I was on vacation, at the end of my vacation, I had an opportunity to go to my 40th class reunion from Forestville Central School, which is in the western part of New York State, not too far from Lake Erie, but kind of in the middle between the southern border and Buffalo. So it was an exciting time. We had 68 in our graduating class, and out of the 68, we had 31 who were there, and it was a good time to catch up, and it was a good time to go and see the building. The building has had a lot of changes. I was highly impressed with the changes in the high school building. It was kind of surreal. I thought, 40 years? 40 years? Am I old enough to have been out of high school for 40 years? I don't think so. Because inside of me, I'm still like maybe 20 or 30. My body begs to differ sometimes when I push it a little hard. But yeah, in my head, I'm not that old. What's interesting though is that when I told somebody that we were having our 40th, they said, "Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. Wait till it's your 60th." Well, I'm kind of excited about my 40th, but okay. We had the same thing happen. Dave and I were with a group of folks and around our anniversary, and we were asked, "How long have you been married?" And we said 21 years, which is really amazing. And the response was, "Oh, that's nothing. You're just kids. You wait until you've been married for 30 years, 40 years. And I thought, well, it's not just nothing. I think 21 years is a pretty amazing thing. And if you know us at all, you know the struggles we've been through over the years, and you know that 21 years is a pretty amazing thing. I would call it a miracle from God. So I was a little put out that I was, kind of disregarded in that way. But this has been a pet peeve of mine for years, and I'm just unloading here today, and I've said, maybe it's a birthday, or I'll say, my kid's turning a certain age today, and that's kind of tough. And I get this, "Oh, you're just a kid. Oh, you wait until, whatever." Well, no, right now is a pretty important time for me. And it's a pretty special time, and it's pretty amazing, and it's hard to believe that I've made it this far, or whatever the emotion is. I feel really disregarded when we say that. And this has been such a pet peeve of mine over the years that I have worked really hard not to do that. If I ever do that, call me on it, truly, because I try really hard not to. Now, I was talking with a friend today, and she was telling me about her son is just 5 years old, and some things that they're dealing with. And I thought, there's going to be another dynamic that I didn't know if she had even thought about when he is older. And so it was something, she was kind of saying, do I do this now or do I wait until he's older? And I thought, you may not have that opportunity when he's older. This might be a better time. I didn't say, oh, wait till he's older, or, oh, that's nothing, or you got years ahead of you. I love that one. Oh, you got years. Don't worry about that now. The truth is, what I said to her was, well, here's something else to think about, too. He's 5 now, and you've got this going on. When he is, 10, 11, 12, he's going to have these things going on. So this is going to impact your decision, And she said, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. I said, now might be the best time to do it. Might not be. It's your call. But I can see where that would be a difficult thing to make a decision about. So to affirm somebody where they're at is really, really important. Really important. Whether I comment that I am, 58 years old or that my son is going to be, 39 years old this year, or whether I say that I've been to my 40th class reunion or that my grandson is 17, all of those things are big to me. I've been married 21 years. That's big for me. I've been serving the church for, officially 12 years. That's big for me. And I don't need anybody telling me, oh, that's nothing. Just wait. Because the truth is I am as old as the person who is saying this. I am as old as you were when you were my age, right? I am as experienced as you were when you were in this place. There was a time where you were married 21 years. There was a time when you were 48 years old. There was a time when your kids were in their 30s, approaching their 40s. And that was important to you. That was big to you. And you can remember those feelings, those emotions. So I want to encourage you in a couple of ways. First of all, no matter how young you are, don't let that discourage you. Don't think you are unable. Don't think that you don't have what it takes to do what God is calling you to do. You do. You do. There's a passage where Paul tells Timothy, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You got it. Don't let people disregard how old you are or how you feel about your age or how you feel about your kids' ages. Don't let people do that to you. And then if you are one who does that and kind of blows people off or disregards what people say, remember what it was like when you were that age and take a breath. If you feel compelled to do that, take a breath. Or if it just comes out naturally, sometimes we do those things, we say those things, and it's just like a knee-jerk reaction, and we just do it. Stop. Catch yourself doing it. Say, you know what? I apologize. That disregards where you're at. I want to celebrate where you are at, or I want to acknowledge where you are at. I want to support you if this is hard for you. Take time to backpedal and do it. We all go through life at different paces. This road that we're traveling has bends in so many different places. And maybe a bend will come when I hit a certain age, or when my child does, or my grandchild, or when I pass a certain milestone. And maybe that's not as important to you, but maybe you have a different one. Whatever it is, we need to support and celebrate each other where we are now. We need to acknowledge the successes, the milestones, the difficulties. So this is just my little rant for the day. be aware if you're one of those who does that. And if you are, see if you can get that under control. And if you're one who has been at the other side of that, don't let it discourage you. You just remind them, well, I'm the same age as you were when you were my age, right? I am in the same place as you were when you went through this. And it was important to you, and it's important to me. I don't know who this message is for today. I know it's kind of for me. It was important for me. And I hope that I have encouraged somebody out there. If you've experienced this kind of thing, I don't like ranting and raving and fussing about other people, and certainly no name calling or finger pointing in the comments. But I'd like to know, have you ever experienced that, and how did it feel to you? And do you get sensitive about those kinds of things? Love to hear from you. Have a great day, and I will be back on track next week.
I am so glad you joined me this week. Let's work together along this journey. Connect with me on social media or on my website at bendingroad.weebly.com. Let me know how I can pray for you as you navigate the bends in your road. And I pray that when you see the bend in your road, you won't be afraid, but you will take the hand of God and keep walking. You are not alone.